my MSP friends, Robin here. One of the questions that comes up a lot is how are these really successful MSPs able to do it? How are they able to find good people? They charge fees that a lot of MSPs would never even dare to charge. They can't imagine charging those rates. And yet they continue to grow and they seem to get the big juicy contracts, the big customers, and are able to just to make margins that most MSPs just only dream of. Why is that? There's a reason for that. And after doing this for 20 years and working with literally thousands upon thousands of MSPs, here's one thing I can tell you that the successful MSPs do, the ones that are growing, and maybe they're not even at $100 million a year yet, but they're at 5 million, 10 million, 15 million, but they're growing and they're successful and they're making money and they've got good people and they've got great clients and they just are able to command those higher fees. One of the things that they do that a lot of the smaller guys just don't do or don't seem to understand is the process, is the strategy of getting and developing HVCs, or what I call high value clients. So look, your client base breaks down to 80-20, which means that probably 80% of your revenue and profits are coming from 20% of your customers. However, if you're like most MSPs that are struggling or not succeeding or not growing at the rate they want or not making the money they want, I would pretty much guarantee you do not have a strategy in place for cultivating and developing those high value customers. And also in your marketing, you're just looking to get more customers, full stop. Just bring me more leads, just bring me more MRR, more customers. And you're not being very strategic in saying, who really are my high value customers? What are the commonalities that they have? And PS, it's not always high revenue. It's not always the big customers that are the high value customers, because often you get a big customer and sometimes they can get demanding because they're spending a lot of money. They want discounts or they have high demands or they're very noisy or maybe they're a pain in the ass to deal with, quite honestly. So they, even though they represent a lot of MRR, maybe a lot of revenue, they might still not be a high value customer, because a high value customer is someone who's really profitable, that consistently spends money, that takes your advice, that has an easy to deal with environment. In other words, their needs fit right within your wheelhouse. They refer, they're champions for you. So one of the things that I think most MSPs do not have in place when they think about their marketing plan is they do not think about how do we specifically get and develop these high value customers. First of all, have you even identified them in your customer base? Have you even ranked your customers from least profitable to most profitable? And do you do that on a regular basis to see which customers are the ones we want to give extra love and attention and expand and grow and develop? And which ones should we look at maybe getting rid of because they're actually keeping us busy, but we're not profitable, and we could free up that time to get more high value customers. So I think right now, more than ever, with inflation going up, with it being very difficult to find and keep good technical talent, now more than ever, it's critical that you identify high value customers and you cultivate those and you get rid of all the cheapskates and the people that are just not a right fit for you. And the only way you'll have the confidence to do that is to really have a plan in place for getting and attracting high value clients, keeping those, and building your business on that. Because that's, again, what really successful MSPs do is they constantly trade up their client base, where they're shedding those low margin, low profit customers, and they're getting these higher value customers and developing the ones that they have from within their client base, so that in the end, they end up with fewer customers, but they're making more revenue, more margins with fewer employees. And that really is the key. That is the trick. But how do you get there, right? How do you go about finding high value clients? What's the marketing strategies? How do you raise your prices? How do you get rid of the bottom 20% without being disagreeable or burning bridges and so forth? All of that is some of the content and all the content that we're going to be covering at this year's annual roadshow event. So right below this video, you're going to see a link, itmarketingroadshow.com. And this year, I'm focusing on giving you a no-fail marketing plan to not just get more leads and more appointments and more MRR, but to really hone in on what is a high value customer? What do they need? What do they look like? What do they want to buy? And then how do you build your service offering, your marketing, so that you're attractive to those high value clients that want to pay more for a premium service and that are going to come into your business and actually be a true asset, a delight to work with, somebody that you enjoy working with, that you can do your best work with. That's what this roadshow is going to be all about. Getting those high value customers, but attracting them by changing your service offering, changing your marketing, and being more strategic about your business. So getting more high value customers, not just more customers and more MRR, but getting those customers is important to you, then right below the video, you're going to see a link. Make sure you register. Now, as soon as you register, the good news is there is a piece of content. There's a 2-hour workshop that I did with Will Nobles and Mike Bazar, who are client coaches in my organization. And we did this all about how do you raise your prices right now, by how much, and how do you go about it, and how do you know if you're profitable, and how to be strategic, not just slap a price increase across the board, but how do you go about this and be very intentional and strategic. So as soon as you register, you're going to get that workshop. So before you even attend Roadshow, you're going to get extreme value. This webinar, this session was honestly, it was one of the single best sessions that I have done in a very long time. The content that was covered, the pricing tools that we've given you, the outlines of the service plans that we gave you, the templates, the strategies, the videos, the content, everything that's in here is just in and of itself worth the price of admission. But you got to get registered for the roadshow show. So click on the link below. Register. As soon as you do, we're going to get you that workshop, so that before you even attend, you're getting the value. And then once you come to the workshop, we're going to expand on that, and we're going to be talking about how do you get more of those high value clients, so you grow your business profitably with fewer employees, fewer clients, fewer headaches, fewer risks, fewer problems, right? But more of the good stuff. So go ahead and click on that link below, get registered, and I will see you at one of the upcoming shows.